Hello scientists, it's PS Science here, and today we are going to learn about collisions. Today we're going to investigate collisions, and we're going to explore what happens to the energy when two objects collide. But I want to start with you thinking about and making some predictions about what will happen in different situations. So I'm going to start with a blue car and an egg. Except that I don't have an egg, I'm all out of eggs, so I'm going to use a lemon instead. So first I want you to think about the blue car. We're pretending that the lemon is an egg. And what would happen if I sent this car down a ramp toward a wall? And what would happen if I increased the angle of the ramp so that it became steeper? How would that have an effect on the collision of the car with the wall? As the hill got higher, the angle increased, the hill got steeper, however you want to think about it. And then, what would happen if, instead of just making it steeper, I made my ramp longer, and the car and the lemon riding in it had a longer time to travel down the ramp? How would that impact the collision with the wall? What would happen with a longer ramp? So go ahead and pause the video, and I want you to jot down your ideas. You can draw a picture, you can write your thinking. What will happen? Two scenarios. Number one, what's going to happen in terms of the collision if I increase the angle of the ramp that the car is riding down? And number two, what would happen if I increase the length of the ramp? Go ahead and pause the video, scientists, and write that down. Think about in this case, I've got a Newton's cradle and I'm going to pull up one of the balls from the end and let it go. What will happen when it collides with the rest of them? How is it that the ones on the other end are moving up? I didn't touch those. We're investigating what happens when two objects collide. Let's take a look at another scenario using some coins and a tray and the flick of your finger. What will happen here when I flick the nickel and hopefully send it on a collision course with that row of 5 pennies? Do you think the pennies will move? How will they move? How would you explain that? I only applied a force to the nickel. What is it that gave energy to the pennies so that they could move? When one object collided with the next object moved even though there was no force applied to it because the energy had been transferred from one to the other. Collisions, energy transfer. Think about that in terms of roller coasters. Your job today, scientists, is to try to come up with something that you can collide with your roller coaster and knock your roller coaster down without touching your roller coaster. Think about that. You've got your roller coaster design all set up. We're at the end of the 5 weeks, and I want you to make a collision. Design something that will collide with your roller coaster, that will knock your roller coaster down. Then, of course, you have to clean up the mess. So let's check out some more collision investigations that you can try, scientists. I don't want you to get bored once your roller coaster is down. Your goal is to create a collision that will show the transfer of energy between two objects. Demonstrate what happens when two objects collide. Showing the transfer of energy between them. One idea that you can use is a crash test car. Remember how I had my car, there he is, hiding, my car with the egg. Now, you might have a car that you could modify at home, or you might want to make a car, and can you create some sort of a design that will actually protect the egg so that when it collides, you're doing something to absorb some of the energy so that the egg won't crack. Take a look at these designs. They are different, but they were designed to absorb some of the energy of impact when the two things collide, when the car collides with the brick wall or whatever it is that you're going to create at the end of your ramp. But you don't have to do this. You can come up with anything that you want that would be a good demonstration of objects colliding and the transfer of energy. There's more than one kind of collision, so just show what happens when objects collide and try to show and describe the transfer of energy that happens between them. It would be great if you submitted a Flipgrid video. I'll look forward to seeing you again next time, scientists. Thanks so much. Okay, scientists, thanks for watching. Did you enjoy that lesson? Subscribe below to see more fun science videos. You can also become a member of PS Science on Patreon to support what we're doing. See you next time!